Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Christy from the Northwest Corner, and today we're going to be making a sugar-free fruit salad. It's a great treat to have in the summertime, picnics, whatever, but it's also a nice, healthy, sweet treat to have, all year long. What we're going to start out with is we need about 2 pounds of grapes. I have 2 pounds of strawberries. This is about 1.5 pounds of blueberries and anywhere from 4 to 6 apples. You can use any kind of apples. These here are Pink Ladies. I've used it with Gala, Honeycrisp, MV, Macintosh, just whatever you have on hand. Granny Smith's. I know a lot of people like with that tart. I'm not a tart apple person. Heavy whipping cream. You're going to need a box of the Jell-O Cheesecake Zero Sugar Pudding Mix. And those are pretty much your ingredients. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start cutting up the fruits. We've got, like I said, the grapes, the strawberries, and the blueberries. And I'm going to get my little bowl here. And that's where the fruit will go. And then this is going to be my trash bowl. So when I cut, I can throw what I need to in there. And I'm going to start off with the apples. I leave the skins on them. That's usually how fruit salad is. But again, if you decide that you want to take the skins off, that is totally up to you. It gives a little extra crunch, I think. My grandbabies love this stuff. They love it. My daughter-in-law loves it as well. My husband, they always fight over it all the time when they're here. She always threatens to take the whole bowl home with her. And Stinky, that's my youngest grandson. I call him Stink because he's a boy. And he used to fill those diapers up pretty stinky. But he's got my heart. I love him to death. And Sis, she likes it as well. Sometimes those cores are not right in the center, so you gotta get a second. Do my flotchy out. There we go. I'm just gonna do all the apples since I do have 2 pounds of strawberries, 2 pounds of grapes, and 1.5 pounds of the blueberries. Alright. And if you get, have a little bit of the core still in there, just take your core. Probably be easier with one of them apple cores that's got the slicers on it, but I don't like that very much. So we're just gonna dice up the apples. I'm gonna show you how I'm doing this, and then take a quick break while I do it all because this is gonna take just a little bit. So for now, I'll just do a couple of each one. And you can do your pieces however big you want to do them. If you want more apple crunch, you make them bigger. Alright, there's half of an apple. So that's what we did with the apples. Like I said, just core them, have them, take out if there's any of the center left, and then dice them up. And then with the grapes, some people leave them whole. I like to cut them in half, especially with the grandkids. They don't need to choke on anything, and I would feel absolutely horrible if they did. And I just cut them in half, and then I cut them in half again, so they're in quarters. I don't know if you can see that. Just toss them right in your bowl. Alright, so we got a couple grapes going. Got an apple cut. I showed you how I did that. We're going to do a couple strawberries. Got this these little gadgets for Christmas. My daughter-in-law got them for me, and I really want to try them. I have not tried them yet. This is the first time, so we're going to see how it works together. I'm going to do 2 strawberries. I do the grapes, but I don't know. I got one of these, so I want to try it out. Yeah. Just slices that sucker right up. You can see inside of it. Just pop her in there. So this works pretty good. Gotta be careful because you don't want to cut yourself on the little things. We'll try a grape. I didn't. I got the grape too. Guess we'll do the grapes like that. Super easy. And then the blueberries, you can dice them or cut them or whatever. Depends if you're going to give them to the little ones or whatever, but I'm just going to leave them whole. We just toss them in there. And I've already washed all my fruit. I did that already earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all the blueberries in there. And I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting all this stuff up, and then we'll bring you back for the pudding mix and Cool Whip and get it all mixed up. Welcome back, everybody. Got all the fruit cut, and I ended up having to use 2 bowls. This one was just too full, and I wouldn't have been able to stir the pudding mixture in there. So this is what my fruit, this one looks like this. And the other one looks exactly the same. The nice thing is I got 2 bowls. One can go over to my son and daughter-in-law's because this is one of her favorites. She'll be very happy. Let's just put it that way. So we're going to make the pudding mixture that we're going to dump over these. That's for their taste. Now these are sugar-free Jell-O cheesecakes. You don't have to do sugar-free. Again, that's just what we do in our house. It does work with regular pudding. You can add different fruits in there. Bananas is, if you're not going to eat it the same day, I wouldn't put bananas in there. They get kind of mushy. I have done it with, I've put in some pineapple in there, mandarin oranges, just whatever you want to do, some coconut flakes, however you want to do your fruit salad. This is a very versatile, and the cheesecake flavor gives it a fruity cheesecake dish, I guess is what you want to say. It's really good, and I just happened to make it up for a holiday last year, and it's just kind of become one of the things that they like when we have cookouts or family dinners. It's one of their favorites to have. So we're going to go ahead and get started on our pudding mix, and I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm just going to do one at a time. Probably have to share some extra goodness with that one. So I got heavy cream. I make it with heavy cream. It'll make the pudding mixture thicken up a little bit quicker, but there's no sugar. This is just cream in your heavy whipping cream. Milks have a lot of sugar in them. So I just followed the box. It's 2 cups of milk, heavy cream, whatever. And your pudding mix. You just kind of whisk it. It doesn't have to get stiff or anything, because it will solidify as it's on the fruit and make it nice and creamy. You can use your hand mixer if you want. I just do it by hand. It's just easier for me. I get my workout in this way. Doesn't take long, just a couple minutes. And if I would stop whisking right now and let it sit, it's going to thicken up as it sits there. But I want it a little bit thicker than this, I think. It's Friday. Is everybody excited about the weekend? Anybody got any plans? My husband's birthday's tomorrow, so we're going to have a birthday party for him. He wants taco bar, so taco bar is what we're going to do. Okay, you can see it's semi-thick. It's not thin. You just dump it right over the fruit. And I may put in a few dollops of Cool Whip as well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends what I have on hand, and I just happen to have a 0 sugar Cool Whip. Actually, fell out of the freezer when I was getting some meat out today, so about took my toes out. Okay, so this is the first one. We're going to go ahead and mix it. You just mix your fruit all up in it. Super easy, super good, super refreshing, healthy. Yeah, I try to do a lot of things a little more healthy, on the healthy side. I mean, I do, you know, we do eat kind of, we have our cheat days, let's just put it that way. So we kind of, but not a lot. As I said, we don't eat out often. I'd much rather cook at home because, like I said, I know what's in it. I know how it's being prepared. It's scary when you get food poisoning. My husband had it. He was traveling for work, and he was 6 hours from home and ended up getting it. He was miserable. And it took about 7 days for him to get over it, and that's just from eating out. So, and of all places, it was a Cracker Barrel. All right, now we're going to make the second one. Sorry that that's a little loud when I open these packages. I'm trying to speak up a little bit more. I've kind of got a frog in my throat, getting over that crud that's been going around. So my voice is cracky and doesn't sound good. That's why. Doing the best that I can. 2 cups of this then, and this one. Gonna do the same thing. Just whisked until it's semi-thick. And we're gonna dump it on that batch right there. And then I'll evaluate it for some Cool Whip. I'm not sure that we'll do Cool Whip in it. A lot of these recipes are just in my mind. I don't even have to look for recipes usually. And I just like to try new things and see how I can zhuzh them up, and the kids like what their opinions are. My mom loved when I would smoke on the smoker or grill. She loved it. She couldn't get enough of it. Unfortunately, we lost her last September. And it was a sad, sad time because I'd just seen her and she was talking about me grilling up some meat for her, and very unexpected. So, and again, since semi-thick, I don't know if you can tell, but it's not thin and it's not pudding thick. It's kind of what you want right there. Again, get all that goodness in there. We'll put a little more in this one since this bowl's bigger. All right. I am a person that doesn't like to waste anything, so I scrape very, very good off of spoons and bowls, and food's too expensive. Plus, I always think to myself, oh, that little, maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons would have made a difference. And sometimes it does. Just kind of weird. Hope y'all are enjoying our videos. If you could, like, comment, subscribe to our channel, share it for us. That would be really helpful. I'm going to do some more different kinds of videos. We've got a couple shorts on there. One with our cat and 2 with our dog. And that's the kind of house that we live in. It's crazy all the time with this dog and this cat. And we got a black, well, he's a tuxedo cat. He's black and white. His name is Kyle. I nicknamed him Killer Kyle, though, because he is our mouser. He mouses. He's a good mouser. We live in the country, so we got mice in the summer or wintertime. But we haven't had one in here. We've lived here 2 years now and haven't had a mouse in the house yet. Better knock on wood, because don't need that to happen. I'm terrified of mice. Terrified. And those little lizards that, ugh. Nuh-uh. Okay, so I'm just going to put just a little bit in them. About like that. Smells delicious, that's for darn sure. Love me some fruit salad. Basically, it's fruit cheesecake made to not be bad for you. Looks like we're gonna get some rain. I don't know. Temperatures are not terrible out. Yesterday it was very bitterly cold with the wind. Ugh, awful. All right, got that one's good. I think this summer when we get out there, actually probably late spring, get out there, we're gonna go fishing, take you out on some of our fishing excursions. We just fish off the dock. We don't, or off the side of the lakes. We don't have a boat or anything, but we just kind of land fish, and it's very peaceful. We have fun doing it. We pack a lunch, be out there all day, snacks, a little radio. We have a good time. It's fun. We do it as a family too. I have my oldest grandson this summer. He lives in Texas. And he comes up and stays with us in the summertime. All right, so that's what they look like. There's the one. And there's the other one. Let me get some bowls so we can try it out. Be right back. Sorry I'm stepping out of frame. All right, now I need my husband, the official taste tester. Tonight, or today, it's not hot, so you won't burn your tongue. He says, oh, you want me to try it as soon as it comes out of the oven or off of the stove? It's so hot. And all I can do is chuckle because I know what he's talking about. I don't mean to do that, but that's a lot. I don't know a lot. All right. Just spoon.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
Mm.
And the only fruit or the only sugar you have in it is from your fruit, the natural sugar. Everything else is zero sugar. And like I said, you can do this with regular pudding mix, any fruits that you want. Heavy whipping cream. I always do the pudding with heavy whipping cream. There's no calorie, or well, very little calories. Let's see. You got 50, but there's no sugars, and it's mostly cream. But this one here, I used 2 pounds of grapes, 2 pounds of strawberries, about 1.5 pounds of blueberries. I used all 6 apples, cut them all up, and I used 2 boxes of the Jell-O cheesecake, 4 cups of the heavy whipping cream, and voila, we have our fruit salad. I want to thank you guys for coming along, watching the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We'll answer them for you. If, suggestions, we like suggestions. I'm open to it because I know that people like to see different things, and I know what we like, and I don't want to wear that out with everything that we like. But you never know when you can find a happy accident, right? So if you could just like, comment, subscribe to our channel, share it, we would greatly appreciate it. And I'm Christy from the Northwest Corner, and I will see you later.